In a world where one-handed heroes battle through treacherous dungeons filled with hideous creatures using the power of a claw machine? Hey, it could happen. A claw machine-based deck-building dungeon crawler? Sure. Why not? Let's do it.
Let's go into the Monroe world.
Hi everyone, Shane R. Monroe here, the newly released dungeon crawler. We're going to be playing it here on the Steam Deck today. And yes, disclaimer, I did get a free key, a pre-release key. This does not at all influence this review. This is my own. So this poor guy, your protagonist here, is down on his luck, so down that he has to give his left arm in payment for his gambling debts. So you're going to take your poor one-armed bandit through these dungeons, and yeah, that's kind of the backstory. You don't need much of a backstory for a game like this. In this game, we're going to start with a character of your choice. Now, each character has a different starter deck with different strengths and weaknesses. You'll find that you'll probably like one of these more than others. You also get rewards for completing your run, sort of a roguelike sort of thing. And there's a varying character for every type of user here. If you like beavers, you got a beaver. If you like girls, there's girls. If you like boys, there's boys. So it's a fair representation here. And you can hover over these deck items to see exactly what they do. These are the items that will be available in the claw machine. And of course, you can't unlock these other characters without completing something. So you get a nice base of characters, though. I like this guy. He gets a magnet as his second claw. We'll talk about this more in just a minute. We're going to do normal. There's some other harder modes here if you get too good at it. Here is a floor of the dungeon. And once you're on the floor here, you actually can move. You can only move forward. You can't move backward through the floors. And when you see a sword, that's a fight, right? So we're going to take our claw machine out. And you can see here, these are the deck items that are going to be populated in here along with some fluff. The fluff actually helps bind the items together. We have perks over there. Your health, there's modifiers like blocking and other sort of thing. We'll get to that in a minute. But this guy is going to attack you 4 times, 4 hit points apiece. This guy's about ready to shield up. So you kind of know what's coming from the enemy. So we're going to use our first claw to grab shields and build ourselves some sort of a defense. All right, so now we have a 15 shield. With the magnet, it'll pick up anything that's metal, but it ignores the wood. So we'll use this to pick up swords, daggers, things that can cause damage. Now, just because you manage to get them over to the hole doesn't mean they're actually going to fall. Sometimes they get caught on the ledge. You'll see plenty of that as I play. So again, you can see here, my character's doing okay. He's got a 12 shield, and we're ready to take the claw back out. And again, because we've got potentially 12 hit points of damage coming, we probably want some shield action. Let's just grab something big, like maybe if I can get this guy. Perfect, perfect, this will work. Now I got some good defense. I should be able to negate all of those if I don't kill him first, of course. Now I think this is the part where yeah, see, just because you got it doesn't mean it's actually going to land in there. Well, I killed the guy before he attacked me, and the other guy only did enough damage to take my shield down. So this is the game loop. Basically 2 claw pulls, enemy takes his turn, back to you doing 2 claw pulls. It seems like it would get very repetitive, very simple, and very boring after a short period of time. I mean, obviously there's shields and swords, right? But you can start doing some crazy stuff like I was doing there, getting some momentum and being able to pick up more things. But it's not just about your play style changing. You will eventually get more deck items. And the more deck items you have, the more chances and more likely you are to kill. So now after you finish that battle, you get to pick a new item or possibly a perk, depending on what we're looking at. These are the rewards. Convert all fluff inside a small radius to a gold coin. I like that. Now see, we can't go backwards to the floor, but we have to go forwards. So now we've got a fight with 2 characters. Let's just speed this along a little bit. We can't do the whole game loop, but you can see I'm picking up coins now, right? Because we now have fluff turning to coins. And the enemies are doing the same sorts of thing. So I'm picking things up, I'm dropping them. And there will be more modifiers that coming up that will affect how that claw area is affected. Time for a new reward. And moving forward. Now you see this has a treasure chest. So now you get a little capsule game here where this thing will sit and spin until at least 2 of them drop in the hopper. Come on. Don't worry, you'll always get 2. Sometimes you get more and it'll just randomly pick between those. So you got a pin cushion and golden armor. We'll take the pin cushion because I don't have a lot of coins. All right, now we're ready to move to the next floor. And again, we have a couple of options here, some varying types. So this is sort of your bonus. This is health and coin. There's no way to really get hurt here. You grab those little pigs there, you get extra coinage. Nice. And you're going to need coins eventually. So I passed that treasure chest since we already saw that level. Now here's a sort of a mini boss. You'll get these in the middle of the floors sometimes. And essentially there'll only be one of them, but they're usually fairly powerful and they can mess you up pretty well. And again, so your play style, did you see how it picked up an extra dagger as it flew by? That's really cool. So let's speed this up just so you can kind of see what the game loop looks like. I picked up a bunch of coins along with that, the metal blades. There's a little sponge there. I'm gonna grab that. That also does mega damage. See, look at that. There's a little dagger sitting there. I love that. All right, so we're gonna defeat him. Now you'll notice we're at 18 health. We're getting pretty close to getting. Now you see, once I killed him, I got my health back. That doesn't always happen. I don't exactly know when that happens. Sometimes you get your health back, sometimes you don't. It may only be when you're fighting bosses. So again, these rewards are going to continue to come to you. Now we have split decision. Now it tells you what's in the next area, right? The gold chest or a workbench. So let's go over here. These 2 swords mean that there's multiple monsters, usually something of the 2 or 3 variety. So you kind of know what's coming. And again, plenty of different types of monsters, style of monsters, play types. Some monsters are just straight up attacking. Other monsters will have modifiers that will screw with your claw machine. They have modifiers that will put bombs on you, things like that, right? So there's a large variety of weapon types and obstacles. So here's a question mark. What's that do? You get this weird robot lady and she wants a chest. Right, so I'm going to try to get her what she wants. I managed to get one, and I will get a prize. Okay, so I get to pick one reward, and I guess that's it. Gold dagger's good though. All right, so let's check out this workbench. This is how you upgrade your deck. So let's say we look at let's see, we look at the dagger. I'm going to get the mouse up here. This will be easier. Or the shield. Here we go. So block by 5. If I pay 16 coins, it'll increase to another level, Sponge Plus, right? Increased damage, 7 at the end of the turn if submerged in liquid, yada, yada, yada. Big shield, blocked by 10. If I upgrade, it's now blocked by 15. Right, that seems like a pretty worthy upgrade, right? So we'll just sit here and we'll upgrade all of our different items, typically things that you can grab easy. Again, everybody's play style is going to be a little different in terms of what you would like to see upgraded. Now, you can use coins for other things too. And we're going to look at some of that. So you might want to leave a couple instead of, destituting yourself at the end of these workbenches. They come pretty frequently. All right, so there's nothing I can get for 14. I think I'm pretty much done here. So let's leave and continue. Now, again, you can kind of choose what sounds good. Here's another question mark. Well, here she is again. She wants a coin, but look at that. There's spikes in there now. And I've got a magnetic pull, which means I'm going to get the spikes. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at the payoff, but also look at the damage, right? So sometimes it's better to just not play. Let's take another look at one of these. Here she is again, she wants these bags. I'm forced to take, well, I'm not forced, I can skip the turn, but I got 3 claws this time, right? There's 3 bags, 3 claws. And I'm also picking up, unfortunately, a lot of spikes along with it. Okay, pretty good. I'll have an opportunity to heal after this with a, oh man, worst pull ever. I'm lucky that didn't kill me, to be honest with you. That was bad. All right, but I still get rewards, right? Because I got the bags. All right, let's move along here. What do we got next? So we have this alchemy station. I haven't quite got this figured out yet, but essentially you can combine deck items with some sort of item like cloth or metal or plastic. And I assume it somehow changes their properties, but there's nothing really here to indicate what happens if I add cloth or if I transmute it with something else. So I might need a little bit more instruction on that one. Hopefully the developer is working on that as well. Yeah, plastic heat guns. That's okay. That's okay. I can live with that. All right, so we just got a water pistol as a reward. I wanted you to see what this looked like because this can change some dynamics. Now I'm playing a different character now. I'm going to grab this water pistol. I'm going to dump it. And when I claim it, okay, maybe it's not the water pistol. It's the little bottle here. That was one of those. All right, here we go. All right, so now we fill up the claw machine with water. Now, why is this good? Well, it makes it a lot easier to get a hold of things that are floating, right? But unfortunately, all the metal stuff sinks to the bottom. So if you need to actually fight, you may not be able to get what you need, right? You get this definitely puts you in a better defensive state because you have better access to those items. Now, here is a pachinko type drop. So essentially, you know, you pay a few coins and you get to drop. And this is terrible. I think I miss every single one of them. Yep, look at this. Go again. All right, well, I have no more coins. So I would have liked you to have seen what happened, but you get a reward for that. So here's an example of one of the weird one-off ones that I found as part of the question mark, sort of a spearing game, mini game using that. It's kind of interesting, right? That you can see all these different types of screens as you're playing. And here is the inking of the water that I mentioned earlier. I did manage to find it and cut it in. And you can see that you can't see, everything's floating. You can't see what's at the bottom. It's a real pain in the bottom. Ha. And we'll move along. All right, so this was a double sword. So this has 3 guys in it. And they have varying degrees of skills, right? They can block, they can attack. You'll also notice that I have a minion with me. I have this cat. And the cat cannot be hit, right? So basically that cat lives forever. That's your, oh, look at that. What a grab. What a grab. See, there's those, you see the little peach colored, I don't know, it almost looks like an upside down pig. I don't know what that actually is called, but that actually sticks together, right? It's a bonding sort of thing. So if you grab that, things that are stuck to it will come too. And you saw that just a moment ago. But the cat fights for you. You don't directly control the cat. The cat just attacks at the end, I believe at the end of each round. I'm not doing as well here with the water as I was hoping. There you go. See, I picked up the pig and it grabbed a little blade with it. I know it's not a pig, but I don't remember. It's not a sponge. It's something else. There's a lot of deck items. There's a lot of perks. There's a lot of everything in here. So it's kind of hard to keep track of it all, especially with the short period of time I've had to play it. But you see, we're doing okay here. It's really a matter of sort of managing what resources you're picking up based on what the enemies are about to do and keeping yourself alive till the end of the round. Now you see that the water has now drained off, drains each turn. Now the enemy can do terrible things too. The enemy can actually force spikes or little jumping beans to go in there, fill the water, or even blank out the screen. I thought I had a blanking out of the claw area, but I couldn't find it when I was doing my editing, so sorry you don't get to see that. Maybe it's still coming and I missed it. But yeah, so again, the fluff actually helps bind things together. It makes them a little more sticky. You don't get anything for bringing the fluff in, of course. There we go. So you really have to decide as you're playing the game. So like I said, the mechanics seem to be simple and repetitive, but as you're playing the game, you will learn a play style that works for you. And there will be plenty of extra challenges along the way. and things for you to contend with that you've never seen before, and it keeps the game fresh. Hey, listen, if you like what we're doing here, please like this video, subscribe, hit the bell. You guys know what to do, and go pick this game up, you know? This is one of those really fun games I think would appeal to almost anybody, and the claw mechanic, of course, has me hooked. I'm Shane Monroe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time.